Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I thank my colleagues from Arizona and Maryland for their support in bringing this forward. It is with a heavy heart that I rise today in support of H. 534, legislation I introduced to designate the postal facility located at 113 West Michigan Avenue in Jackson, Michigan, as the Officer James Bonneau Memorial Post Office. Just after midnight on March 9, 2010, Officer James Bonneau was killed in the line of duty as he and a fellow public safety officer responded to a domestic disturbance complaint. Although he later succumbed to his wounds, Officer Bonneau was able to call for help and relay information about the scene that saved the life of his fellow public safety officer, who I've met and talked to and appreciates his colleagues so much for that saving of life, who had also been shot. In recognition of his exceptional acts of bravery, Officer Bonneau was awarded the Law Enforcement Congressional Badge of Bravery in 2011. 4 years after his passing, he remains in the hearts and minds of the Jackson community. The Officer James Bonneau Memorial Scholarship Fund was named in his honor and helps local students who are pursuing a degree in criminal justice. A graduate of Eastern Michigan University with a degree in criminal justice, Bonneau went on to graduate from Lansing Community College's Mid-American or Mid-Michigan Police Academy at the top of his class academically before joining the Jackson Police Force. Being an officer was a job he always wanted to do since he was a kid, according to Officer Bonneau's parents. To those who knew him best, he was described as loyal, genuine, and good-hearted. In passing this legislation today, we take a small step forward in memorializing his sacrifice and ensuring future generations remember the heroism of Officer Bonneau. To his mother and father, Annie and Mark Bonneau, and the rest of his family, we offer our sincere gratitude and condolences. And to his fellow officers at the Jackson Police Department, we thank you as well for continuing to put your lives on the line each day as you protect our communities. As Officer Bonneau's father put it, and I quote, "It's hard to say, but at least he died loving what he did. That was his dream. That was what he lived for." Officer James David Bonneau gave his life in service to the Jackson community. We acknowledge his ultimate sacrifice, and we will never forget what he lived for: duty over self. And I yield back.